So we had a sparse turnout here tonight at Carolina Forest. We have a 2-lane road in front of us. We have infrastructure needs. The question is, will Carolina Forest show up to vote?
Good evening. Everybody's doing well tonight. Glad we're surviving the rain. Thank y'all for allowing me to be here tonight. This obviously isn't the first time that I've been here. I come to just about all of your Civic Association meetings so I can hear what you ask and what's on your mind, so I can work with you all the time. Let me tell you, for those of you that don't know who I am, maybe haven't come to some of these, let me tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about my background. First of all, I was not born and raised here, but my family did move here in 1976 from a little town called Gastonia, North Carolina. And I went to Myrtle Beach High School, graduated from Myrtle Beach High School. Went on to a little military school called Fork Union Military Academy as a postgraduate. Went to the University of North Carolina, played a little football there, and then decided to make my way back home to Horry County. I've been here all since then, and raised my family here. My wife Helen, almost 30 years in November. We'll be celebrating our 30th year anniversary. We have 3 wonderful children. The oldest, Christina, who just had our first grandchild. We're so happy about that. He's little Red, is 5 months old. And I have my middle child, Jordan, who is traveling abroad right now, kind of sowing her oats, spreading her wings. And then my son, who just graduated from Clemson back last December and is working full-time in Allendale, South Carolina. So we've been here a long time. Many of you know the family business that I was raised in, that I started as a little guy. My dad always believed that you don't just give somebody something, that you earn it. And when we first moved here, we opened an amusement park. What better thing for a young kid, 15 years old, to do than to work in an amusement park. So I thought I was going to get to run the rides and ride the rides and do all that stuff. You know what I did? I cleaned toilets and swept up cigarette butts. That's how I started. I worked my way all the way up through the family business. Since that time, my dad's retired. He's probably been retired over 20-some years. My brother and I have been running the business. We've expanded it. We had a lot of changes. We had some diversification and things of that nature. But one thing my dad always taught me. So when we moved here in 1976, my dad was very young. He was a Volkswagen dealer in Gastonia, North Carolina. And my dad had almost lost everything that he had. Back when the banks, if everybody remembers, back in 75, 76, when the banks started pulling your floor plans out from under you, you had gas prices, you had a lot of things going on in our economy. Kind of reminds you just a few years ago what took place. But what I learned from my dad at that time is you never quit. You pull your bootstraps up and you keep moving forward. You don't complain. You don't blame it on somebody else. You don't look in the rearview mirror. You keep looking in the windshield and you keep moving forward. That's been my philosophy the whole time in business and everything that I do. And he set the standard for me that I'm extremely proud of. I'm proud of the fact that I grew up in Horry County. I've made a lot of friends. My family business now, we have 3 locations: Wild Water and Wheels in Surfside, have Myrtle Waves Water Park in Myrtle Beach, and now what was NASCAR Speed Park, the Broadway Grand Prix. We employ over 1,000 people during the summertime. Most of them are kids, but we do have about 25 people that work full-time on our payroll. So I know what it is to run a business. I know what it is to balance a budget. I know what it is to make a bank payment. I know what it is to get down into the trenches, and I know what customer service is. And this is what I consider customer service as our constituency. People ask me, they said, you know, aren't you upset that somebody's running against you? That don't you think you've done a great job? I said, I think I've done a great job as county council chairman. I think I've proven leadership. I think I've done a lot of quality things for our county during the almost 5.5 years that I've been county council chairman, and as the 4 years that I served as your district here in Carolina Forest, District 2. I said, but no, you know what campaigning does? Campaigning humbles you. Campaigning brings you back into the people. It gets your focus off of the job, and it brings you back in so you can really listen and make sure that you're doing what it takes. So I'm humbled by that fact that we're here today and that we're here presenting our case. Let's talk about a little bit about Carolina Forest and what we have done since I was your county council representative and since I was your now county council chairman. When I first became your representative here, District 2, you had no stoplight at Carolina Forest Boulevard and River Oaks. You had no stoplight at Carolina Forest Boulevard and International Drive. I made it happen. I had to move money from other projects to make sure that it did happen so we could get money in here. I can assure you those lights would be here today, no question about it. But it would have been a long time coming if we hadn't have done what we did. Carolina Forest was developed not under my watch, not when it happened. International Paper did it, and that was the prior councils that it happened, and you are having to deal with some of the bad zoning that they did, some of the bad planning that they did. But the future holds true. I heard that we don't do any planning in Horry County. That is just far from the truth. Has everybody heard of Envision 2020? Have you heard of Envision 2040? How many of you went over to the courthouse the other day and saw what was going on? I implore you to do so if you haven't. It'll be posted on our website. It's all a planning process that is starting with our planning commission and moved all the way up through county council. It is a plan and a footprint. When you see rezonings that take place in Carolina Forest and in other areas throughout the county, it always says this area was deemed an urban corridor. This area was deemed high industrial. This area was deemed light industrial. This area was deemed neighborhood commercial. That's because we have a plan. There is a plan out there. We follow that plan. When you came to us as a group and said, we do not want all of these apartments being built out in the front of Carolina Forest, what did our council do? We listened to you. We listened to you and we voted that project down because you wanted it. What happened when we're going after infrastructure needs here in Horry County? This is a big county. Let me tell you, when we put the RIDE program together, RIDE 3, we had to put 18 people on a committee to start even looking at what the real needs are in our county. And we got a lot of needs, no question about it. We whittled that down because the law says we have to have 6 people. The 6 people then came up with the plan, and I'm telling you, your representative that was on it fought hard to make sure that you got 4 laning of Carolina Forest Boulevard, including a bike path. Your representative that we appointed on there also fought hard to make sure that you got the cut through going across over to Tanger Outlets. And then as your county council chairman, I believe that with the help of county council, Mr. Vault, myself, and all the other county council members, we fought hard for International Drive. Because I can tell y'all, Coastal Conservation League, they were going to fight us tooth and nail all the way. But because of my leadership skills, my negotiating abilities, and my business acumen, we were able to take them down. And guess what? International Drive will be open. They asked me to give you the date by June 29th. We're getting ready to put the lights up. We have to let them sit for 28 days. That's by the engineers. The engineers hold you up for everything. I'm trying to build a water slide right now. They're holding me up. But that's okay. It will be open. The bottom line of it is we fought it and we made it happen. We've supported Carolina Forest and beautify Carolina Forest. And real quickly, let's talk about our police. Remember something, the endorsements that you heard tonight? Those are unions. I don't know about y'all, but last time I looked, unions are not in the state of South Carolina. Our prior governor, Haley, said it pretty well. I believe that I've got the support of a lot of the older firefighters and of the firemen, of policemen. Over the years that I've been chairman, we have given a raise every year. We've added 19 new positions in the police. We added 15 new positions in the fire. We've put $5 million worth of new equipment on the road. Evidence of that was just now at the Windsor Green fires. We got there in 4 minutes. No lives were lost and not one piece of equipment failed on us. Not one of our firefighters was injured in that task. I think that's a great accomplishment. We've also put 2 gang task forces out, and we saved 18 firefighters because they were under a grant that we were getting ready to lose when I became chairman, and we made it happen to where we retained those. Plus, we added 15 new positions.
Mr. Lazarus, I'm sorry.
We're done? Okay, I'm sure I'll get to answer.